stuck with him on YouTube channel. Beautiful morning, sun coming up over a chemtrail. Lots of chemtrails in the sky this morning, and I don't know if I'll post the first little few second video I made, but look at this. People are arguing that these things are made by the condensation from the jet engines pulling in the cool air and spitting out the warm air into a low pressure system type situation. And this thing was all covered with these chemtrail things. These clouds are not clouds, these are from the chemtrail things. The sky was perfectly blue this morning, and then you had all these lines across the sky, and then they sort of dissipate and sort of make a foggy like sort of cloud thing right here. And I've been out in this field for about two and a half hours this morning. I get up right at sunrise, and so I've been watching these things, and they've been, look at this, see how it dissipates? That's the chemtrail thing, and it dissipates and makes those cloudy, like foggy formations up here, like a whisking sort of cloud. And it's pretty crazy, man. I mean, you know, you look up here and you hear this stuff, and I look up here in the morning. This is pretty rare actually over here, but the low pressure system has moved out. We have a high pressure, low humidity situation going on here in southern Michigan right now, and so there should be no chemtrails according to the people that argue that it can only happen during a time where you have low pressure and high humidity sort of situation up in the sky, and we don't have that right now. It's dry today. This is the field. I've been standing out here in the middle of the field, and I want to give a quick shout out to Repel 40-DEET. Man, this stuff is great. Look at this. I've had ticks land on me, mosquitoes are buzzing around my head, biting flies. I mean, if I didn't have this stuff, I would already be eaten alive by. This stuff is great. But here's the wood line. Now this is the field behind my house. They had chopped this down to make a subdivision, and then they learned that it was wetlands, and a lot of trouble. People got in trouble over this, and now they just let it grow back. But what we have here is the deer that are inching closer and closer to the neighborhood, and they're right in here calving. And my plan was to come out here. I've been coming out here every morning. I only saw them one morning, and I didn't have my video cam on me, but they're right there in this little tree line right here, and the babies will be getting up and running around pretty soon. I was hoping I'd catch this morning. I'm getting the hell out of here. I've been out here for about 2.5 hours, but I gotta tell you, I was thinking, this gives you a lot of time to think when you're out in the nature sort of by yourself, and most people would be in watching 2.5 hours of TV, you know, and they would get processed information that is like processed mushy baby food that they shove down your throat or your brain, shove into your brain. It's already processed for you, so there's no thinking involved, so it dumbs you down. But out here, this is raw, man. This is raw information. This is raw. Your brain's got to take it and decipher everything it sees out here, because things happen fast with all the animals and the conditions of the field here, or the forest. Man, you got to get in tune with nature. Get away from the TV, get away from the movies, get away from the music. Man, shut it all off for a month, just 1 month, and I'm telling you, your thinking will change. Well, not a lot of unemployment. Israel's the same. They're having battles over there, and nobody's talking about it. I think we're gonna, you know, Egypt is preparing for war over there, and you know that's biblical. It's biblical that Egypt and Israel will have a little battle here, and it's coming up. They opened up the borders, and believe me, man, I've been there. You know, stuff, you can't stop the contraband. It's too impossible. It's just a chaotic situation over there. Well, anyway, it's 4 minutes. Sunday morning, Pagan God Day. Celebrate the sun god, first day of the week. Now, one quick thought about the Sabbath. I was thinking about the Sabbath yesterday because yesterday was a Sabbath, and I sort of contemplate on that sort of thing. And I just thought, you know, if everybody took a 24-hour period, which that's what the Yahweh gave us, a 24-hour period, to spend with your family, I'm going to put over here so just in case those deers come out, because they probably will while I'm talking. And to spend with your family, and shut off the TV and the movies and the going out, and it's just you and the family, and not even any cooking, you know, dinner preparation. Everything is just you and the family centered around, you know, your thoughts of life and morality and mortality and everything else that humans contemplate, but we should be contemplating, but we don't have time to because of our work schedules and school schedules, and of course I'm unemployed, so I have plenty of time to contemplate these things. But a 24-hour period for the family to just sort of be together. If family did this in America, even if you're religious or not, or Muslim, but you took 24 hours out of one day of the week, turned everything off, spent time with the family, you know, we would have a great country. You know, our Father knew what he was talking about when he gave us this freebie. You know, the 10 Commandments are like a pop quiz, and your professor gives it, and he knows nobody's going to even get one answer right. So what he does is he says, I'm going to give you a freebie. Number 4 is yes, on your multiple choice, or A, or whatever. And because he figures at least you'll get 1, so I won't have to flunk anybody. And that's what the Father did. He says, I'll give you a 24-hour period. He goes, all you have to do is just stop and think. Because I know it's impossible to keep the other commandments. You'll never be able to do it. Even everybody thinks, I don't murder, I don't steal, I don't covet, but you're guilty by association just because we're humans. So he gives us a freebie. And what do? We celebrate on the pagan day of the first day of the week, and don't even remember it. In the 4th commandment, it says the first word is remember. I don't know, it's kind of weird, man. I hope this isn't too long. This is the nature. I'm gonna go post this, maybe duck out.